Take two. Good morning, everybody. So we have a try on today of 24 different products from Notoriously Morbid. Before we get into that, I wanted to show you just a couple of quick updates to, first of all, our houseplant wisdom for the day. I showed this to you guys on Friday, I think it was. And it says, luck is believing you're lucky and showing a little bit of faith. And I was telling you guys that I didn't have any actual bamboo to show you, but that my mom loved it so much, and that if I saw some while I was out somewhere one day, that I would like to buy some in her memory. Well, I spoke too soon. I pulled this card too soon, like one day too soon, you guys, because the very next day I just happened to ask my husband, like, do you want to go to Walmart? And we went to Walmart, and look what they had. So now I have my little bamboo friend that I bought in my mom's memory. I've never taken care of bamboo before. So I'll have to figure out, what he likes and when he wants to stay alive and everything. But yeah, so this is I pulled it a day early last time. I was a little too soon. Today is the day it's truly meant for us. We're going to believe we're lucky and have a little bit of faith in whatever you believe in, right? Isn't it so pretty and so cute? I love it so much. Then I told you guys that I glued my spiral rain bunny, right? So this is my spiral rain bunny. He's got like a crack down here and like a broken ear. Both of his hands were broken. You see cracks here where the lines of where the arms were broken off. So I glued them all back together. And then I bought him a little friend. I found this online. And I bought him a little friend so he could keep him company and help him feel better and everything. And they could hang out with each other. So now I have two of them. And I love them so much. And then also with this one, has green eyes. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, my mom had green eyes. So this one's like my mom. And this one is like me because it's all busted and broken and like barely holding it together. So like me and my mom, okay? So that's my little bunny thing to show you guys. And then, I got these from the funeral home. These were like little favors that were on the tables at my mom's funeral. They're just the little round piece. And then I bought these plant stakes, this piece off Amazon. And then this leaf-shaped one came in the unboxing we did recently, one of the unboxings. So I took the little favors from the funeral home and glued them onto here with some B7000. And now I have plant stakes in memory of my mom. So you can probably order these from your funeral home if you would like to do something similar for a loved one, but they totally rip you off on it. I mean, like, they charge me, like, I think $3 a piece for these little pieces of wood. I mean, they just try to take advantage of people every single chance they get. They don't care about nobody over there at the funeral home. They're disgusting. But you can take a little plant and then put your garden stake in there in memory of your loved one. And it's super cute. And so I worked on making a whole bunch of those the other day. And I was excited about that because with this being spring and now it's planting season and I'm going to be like repotting a whole bunch of stuff and like getting new plants and stuff like that, then, I could just put these all over the place in a whole bunch of pots and they'll just be really nice and really pretty and they will be in memory of my mama. So I can take this and just stick it in the front here and show that it's for my mama, right? And I think that's so special and I like it so much. And I got a whole bunch of them, so if they get too worn out and dingy looking, then I can replace them every year or something like that. Shh. So that's what I wanted to show you guys as far as like little life update types of things. Let's go ahead and get into the products, okay? So most of these are eyes and lips. Okay, all of it's eyes and lips, except for I got one highlighter. And like, I feel like we're kind of past highlighter at this point. Like, highlighter's kind of tired. But girl, this was like a really unusual highlighter. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about when we get to it. It was not your typical like, oh, a little bit of champagne shimmer that we've seen 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? It was really crazy looking. So there's not going to be a dull thing in the bunch here. This is all really, really colorful stuff. I'm very excited for. In order to do their eyeshadows justice, because a lot of them are like really loose powder and stuff like that, you really need to have a primer. So if you don't have a primer, I recommend to get one if you consider making a purchase with this company. But you don't need to spend a lot of money on it or anything. I just have my Milani primer. It does just fine. And then it's really gonna give it that staying power to where it goes on very saturated as much as possible. And also, we've upgraded your mini pepper jelly highlighter to full sized. Wow, thank you. So I've got so much good stuff here. Yeah, but the primer is going to make sure it goes on with as much color saturation as possible. And it's also going to make it last all day long, girl. Like when I did that last video with you guys, I did a video in the morning and then I did another video in the evening. And I still had that exact same shadow on. I hadn't touched it up or anything. And it lasted all day long. It was so awesome. So we've got tons and tons of products here. I'm just taking them all out of their little bags so we can get started. And one thing that's great about Notoriously Morbid is a whole lot of their products. In fact, I would venture to say the majority of their eyeshadows probably. They come in different sizes. So you can get a teeny tiny size or a bigger size. Depending on what you want, which is great because then if you want to buy like a whole shit ton of stuff like I did in order to try out a whole ton of colors and see what you like, you know, you don't have to break the bank or end up stuck with tons of product forever because you can just get the teeny tiny sizes of it, right? So let's go ahead and get into the try on. I've got my trusty Beekman 1801 makeup wipes here, and the first thing we have is a lip product, and it looks really, really pretty. Duochrome pink or multi-chrome. It's like pink with blue and like a copper color in there. Multi-chrome. And the shade is Real Hot Girl Shift. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear that noise outside that's going on or not. Thankfully the dogs aren't barking at this moment. But we're just gonna have to work around it. I'm so sorry. I'm having cement poured in my backyard to make a shed for my mom's stuff. So they're gonna be here for a while. But I really wanted to do this video today. I'm not gonna have a chance to later this week because my mother-in-law is coming to town. So we're doing the best we can. Let's try Real Hot Girl Shift. Okay, I need to get a little more product on there. Interesting. It definitely is not your typical pink, you know what I'm saying? You can really see the color shift in it a lot. Okay, I tried to put on like 3 layers there. Not a ton of product comes off with the little doe foot thingy. So I tried to layer it up a little bit to get it on. I really like this color. I feel like it's subtle enough that it's versatile. But at the same time, it has a very interesting color shift to it, to where it's definitely not your basic thing, you know? So let's go ahead and get into some eyeshadows, okay? And what I'm gonna do for the eyeshadow so we can get a good view is I'm just gonna put a shit ton of this Milani primer on my cheek and just stripe it on my cheek and swatch it all over my cheek. Because if I put it on my eyelids, girl, you aren't gonna be able to see that good. I've got hooded eyes, okay? And you don't want me to swatch it on my hands because, I mean, I got dry hands. It's not going to be true to how it really looks. So we're just going to paint my cheek and see how these really show up with the primer. The primer to make sure we're doing them justice. The first shade we have here is called Safe Haven. And these first three that I'm going to show you are like little singles. So you need to have like a magnetic eyeshadow palette to put them in, which I already have. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Just a little single. And it's like white with a shift. Shimmer white with a, yeah, like blue and green and pink shift. And I love stuff like that, girl. So let's check this out and see. Oh, you can see that already. Look at that. Yes. Haha. Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about now, right? You know what I'm talking about now. Hell yeah. All right. We got a good view of that. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Yeah, so that one was called, what was it called again? Safe Haven. And this next one we're gonna do is called Deny Me. And it, girl, I don't know why I would have picked this because it looks like brown. And I don't really do browns that much, but there's got to be something really interesting about it that showed up on the website that's not showing up here. It does have a little bit of like a terracotta tint to it. That might be why I picked it, because it's like, I'm not really that much into just like browns and neutrals, but I do kind of like a terracotta. That's like the one exception, like a terracotta brown. So maybe that's why I picked it. Let's take a look at it. Deny Me. Okay. Look at that. Woo, that is pretty. Yeah. This one actually is like a matte. It's just a terracotta, a matte terracotta. But you know what? That's cool. I like it. I think it's pretty. Very nice. We're probably gonna have to use both cheeks, aren't we? We've got a lot of product here. That's all right. I'm just cleaning off my brushes as I go so that way they can dry while we rotate brushes. Let's take a look at that. Wow, I like those. So next we have, this is the last of our magnetic singles. And this one is Hiding in Normie Sight, but it's hiding with a Y, like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Hiding in Normie Sight. And this looks like a highly interesting color. Look at that blue. All right, let's try that out. Can't wait to try that out. I love me some blue eyeshadow. Just throw my butt back into the 1980s, okay? I will gladly get in the time machine. It's not as dark as I thought it was gonna be, but I'm okay with that. I like that. Let's see. I think that's really pretty. I would just put that all over my lid and then You could do kind of a nude lip or something and maybe like some black eyeliner and just have like a really dark jewel toned eye. That's probably what I would do anyway. So let's move on to, gosh, what do I want to do next? What the heck is this? Pepper jelly. I don't know what pepper jelly is. I forgot. Shh, babies. Let me look up online what pepper jelly is supposed to be. Notoriously Morbid pepper jelly. Okay, I bought 2 highlighters then, not 1. My bad, I thought I had only bought 1. So the pepper jelly highlighter, this is what it looks like on the website. It looks very pink, okay? But in this can, it looks very white. So we're gonna try it on the skin and see what's up. Just take the sticker out. I think I'm just gonna take this entire sifter out. I don't really like sifter. It just gets in the way. It just gets in the way. Can I get it out? I might have to wait till later to get the sifter out. So I can pick at it with a pair of, yep, there we go. I got it. Yay, I got it. Let me get a couple of wipes here. This looks like 4th of July party or something. I've got to show you this. Pardon. Look at that. How gorgeous is that? With all the different color flecks in there. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're taking a look at pepper jelly now. And keep in mind, this is not a shadow, this is just a highlighter. I love it. I love it. The camera doesn't really do it justice because, I mean, you have to be able to see the shift. There's so much shift to it. Just look at the dust on my hands. Just shining and shifting colors in the light. I'm glad you guys got to see the inside of the pot with the green and the red specks in it. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Put this one away. Okay, so let's go ahead and primer up this other cheek. And we can try out some more shades. The next one I have is also a highlighter. This is the last of the highlighters. And this is the one that I remembered buying. Is that not crazy? It's called Ophelia. How gorgeous is that? Right? Ophelia. I mean, it's so unique. I just had to get it. And I thought, you know, even if I don't really wear highlighter anymore, I could either wear it as a highlighter or I can just slap that stuff on my eyes. I'll just wear it as eyeshadow, whatever. I don't care. I gotta get it. So let me grab a fresh eyeshadow brush here. So I'm just gonna swirl it around in both sides of the color. Wow, look at that when the light hits it. See how the light hits it? That's cool. Love that. Love it so much. Oh my gosh. So that is both of our highlighters. Did I put the cap back on this? Yes. Everything else we have is eyes and lips. Let's go ahead and take a look at a lip. Is this lip? Mystic Matte. Yeah, this is lip, y'all. Let's try that out. A crazy lip. I'm loving that Ophelia color. That is gorgeous. All right. I don't know what. I mean, I forgot so much stuff that I ordered because it took them like 3 weeks to make it all and send it to me. So I don't know what the heck inspired me to do this, you guys, but this is a pretty crazy color for me. So of course it's probably super messed up and terrible looking because I'm just doing my liquid lip in a tiny camera screen instead of like sticking my face way up close in a big mirror. It would be way more precise if I were doing it properly. So please forgive me for looking messed up. But what do you think about this lip color? Because I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I kind of like it. And I think with the right kind of vibe, like this could be really cool. Not an everyday thing, but on a special occasion with the right look, this could be pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and try another lip. And what was that one called? Did I tell you what it was called? It's called Frost Giants. Mystic Matte, Notoriously Morbid Mystic Matte. And the shade is Frost Giants, okay? Look how blue. I mean, it's so pretty of a color, and then it goes on so dark. It's very interesting indeed. I mean, wow. Don't ever smear that, you guys. You'll never get it off. Holy moly. Get another wipe. Good enough. The next thing we have here is this. And it is Sullen. Liquid lip in Sullen. Okay, we've got a huge difference here. This is like a true liquid lip where it goes on and then it dries down really, really fast, and it dries. I don't know how to explain. I'm losing my words here. You know those matte liquid lips that they dry and then they're really dry? This one is very moist and creamy, like a gloss. And actually it seems to have dried down quite a bit in the moment since I've been talking, but when it goes on, it feels a heck of a lot creamier and softer. Okay, so again, I put it on super messed up, but look how pretty the color is. I love that color. I absolutely love that color. I think it's gorgeous. It's very brown, but at the same time very neutral. Like, look at me. Look how pale I am, and I can wear this. I feel like I could wear this lip with almost anything. If I just put it on right in front of a mirror, right? So the next lip we have here is this one. And it is Fate. Fate. So this is the same type of lip as this one. You can see they're the same packaging, like they're from the same line. This one feels slightly thinner of a formula. And you guys know I'm not typically that much about the reds. However, if I see a red that looks like there's something really different about it that I'm gonna like, I kind of can't resist to try it out and see how it is in person, if it really looks like that. Is it wearable? Stuff like that. So-so. I feel like it's pretty wearable. It's pretty good. Is it like my favorite shade of red? No. But it's all right. I could wear this. It's pretty good. And then we have, let's see, 2 more from that same lip line. And then we have a couple more lips after that, but I'm going to take a break from the lips after that because my lips are getting tired of getting wiped 1,000 times. So this one is Pain. Pain. Yep. So we've got a brown with a little bit of orange tint to it. Oh no! I really like this one. I think that I like the other brown better, which was Sullen. I think I like the Sullen better than the Pain. And I do really like this. You kind of need a brown lip to be from the 1990s, you know? It's just like a requirement. And I'm always looking for those perfect, like really wearable shades of brown that someone pale like me can actually wear, you know? which, is that Pain? Is that like the perfect one? No, but it's pretty good. I like it. And this makeup is definitely staining. But it'll be fine. It's just a little hard to get off. I'm sure if I were washing in the shower, it would come off way easier. Then last one from this particular lip line, which is Frail, and it appears to be a very dark Bordeaux. Frail. And I bought this because I thought it would be that perfect shade of somewhere in between dark red and black. And it does seem to be. I could definitely have put that on better, of course. It's a very sloppy application because I'm not in front of a mirror. But yeah, I think that could end up being really cool with like the right look. With the lips being the strongest part and the rest of the look either very neutral or, you know, just maybe an overall goth vibe that day or whatever. I really like that. So we're gonna take a break from the lips. I think we only have like 4 more lips anyway. Take a break from the lips and move back to some eyes because I feel like my lips are just crying right now from all of this cleaner on them. And I'm like, geez, where does the redness in my skin from wiping end and the leftover color from the lip products begin, you know? All right, let's take a look at Effect of Atrocity. And these are eyeshadows, but they're in little pots instead of singles that you put in a palette. Oh, come here. So, Effect of Atrocity. It's like a brown with like a pink and gold shift. Can you see the shift in the light? I think this cheek is better to do on because it's closer to the light. This one, the light doesn't hit it directly, so it's harder to see the shift. I'm going to do all of the swatches on this side going forward so we can see the shift. I think that's really nice. Love it so much. This says Murder of Crows. So I think it's a line that has to do with the crow. And it's Effect of Atrocity. And I think this would really be really good for somebody that likes neutrals because it's brown, but also it's not your typical brown because it has the beautiful duochrome aspect to it, you know, multi-chrome aspect, whatever. Then we have another one that's from that same line of the crow, A Murder of Crows. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Oh my gosh, I only have 10 minutes till I have to go to work. Could I get through these as fast as we can? All right, 36 minutes in. It's a lot to go through 24 different shades of something, you know? That's a lot. Murder of Crows. This one is called It Can't Rain All the Time. It can't rain all the time. Right? So it's like blue, but it's like a slate blue, you know? Interesting. I do like that. Then we have two that are the Winchester Gospies. This is what it looks like, the Winchester Gospies. And the first one we have out of these two is called Wayward Son. Okay, let me put some more shadow primer on. I got a big old mess over here, you guys. I'm a mess. Okay, so Wayward Son. Is like a very light shade of blue. With a little silver in it. If you're a lover of blue, I would say this is simple, it's classic, it's not overwhelming, it's very everyday blue. It's really nice. Love it. Then the next one we have from this Winchester series is called Visions. So sorry, I'm trying to clean these brushes as we go, at least somewhat, so that way we don't run out of clean brushes to use, or semi-clean, whatever. So this is called Visions, and it looks very coppery colored. Okay. Those two colors might be really pretty together actually, because I always like a nice pretty orange with a really light shade of blue for some reason. Maybe I could figure out a way to wear them together. Isn't that nice? Okay, I'm done cleaning brushes for a minute. The next two we have are just say Notoriously Morbid. And this first one here is called Fishnets. That sounds interesting. Fishnets. And it appears to be very, very dark. This definitely looks like a black with lots of like pink and green in the mix. And also like kind of a dark purple. So that fishnets is not one that you're gonna use for like an everyday, you know, but I feel like that might be pretty cool to, like, what if you wore like a light brown mat all over the lid, and then you blended just a little bit of this like into the crease on the outer corner, just a little bit, like smoke it out a little bit, you know. I think that would be really cool. Then we have Creepy Green Light. I'm sorry I'm so dirty, you guys. Creepy Green Light. In the interest of time, I'm trying not to focus on cleaning up too much because it's just going to take that much more time. And time is not our friend right now. I got to get to work shortly. That's a cool color. Love it. Creepy Green Light. All right. That's a very 1990s green right there. Very 90s. Perfect 1990s green. Okay, and then we've only got one more eyeshadow left, which is this one. And this is what the top of it looks like. I'm not sure what that says. And on the bottom it says, The Great Child. Ocularis Infernum. The Great Child. And I'm not going to put on more primer. I'm not going to put on more primer because my cheek is pretty damp from that wipe, and I feel like it'll stick good enough to where we can at least get a decent swatch of it. For the end of our video here, last of the eyeshadows. Wow, look how bright that is. That's wild. This is a wild green. Jocelyn, I know how much you like green, okay? Are you finna get this, girl? Whew. Look at that green. That is wild. That is cool. It's very, like, fluorescent or something. Like, I could go trick-or-treating with this green and like this stuff would just light the way for me. Okay, So let's get into, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things left, and only 7 minutes left to be signed on. So first thing we have is Thou Shalt Not Die, and it's a lip color, Thou Shalt Not Die. And feels like it dries down pretty fast. Pretty thin matte formula. And we've got, I'm sorry my face is so dirty, kind of a grayish greenish brown. Very interesting. Very interesting, and I do like it, and I feel like I actually could wear that with quite a bit of stuff. Surprisingly wearable. I do enjoy. We've got 3 more lips, and then we've got 2. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they might be like glitter toppers to put on over your eyeshadow. So the next one we have is this, and it is Dark Obsession. Wow, it's a very like a dark brownish purple with quite a bit of green shift in it. And let's see, on the lip, yeah, again, very dark, very much something you'd only want to wear with a certain kind of look. But for that purpose, I think it's fantastic. I definitely could wear that. I definitely will keep that. All right, then we have this, and it says Earn. The shade name is Earn, and it looks to be a dark brownish red. That feels so creamy and soft after scrubbing my lips this whole time. Oh, that's nice and moisturizing. I love it so much. Wow, this is my favorite color of the bunch. Look at that. It's very neutral, very wearable. It's like an orangey brown, but it's light enough to where you could truly wear this with anything. Like, look how light I am. Okay. You could wear this with anything. Anybody could wear this. It's not going to be too loud, you know. I absolutely love that. Earn. Very nice. Then we have our last lip color here, which is this one. And these are all made to order, so you get fresh makeup. Expect about a 3-week wait when you place your order. This one is called Followed Suit. Followed Suit. And since this is a lighter color, I'm just going to try to layer on quite a bit so we can see it very well. I love it. Again, sloppy application, forgive me, but I love it. I think that's so pretty. I think I'm really going to enjoy having this. I think I'll be able to wear it with a lot. Then we have last two, which are For Crying Out Loud and Dystopian Hellscape, and they are crystal gem toppers. So you put this on top of your eyeshadow and you click it until the product comes up in this little thing on top. Let's swatch these really quick. If I can get the product to come up to the top. I'll just put these on the back of my hands. So this one is Dystopian Hellscape. So it's just a crystal gem topper to go on top of your eyeshadow, okay? It's not supposed to be super pigmented. I do expect it to be a little more glittery than that though, but maybe I just needed to get more of it. It could be that I just needed to get some more of it. Let's try to get a whole bunch on this one, which is called For Crying Out Loud. So this one is like a grayish silver crystal gem topper. And this one is like an iridescent white, which is probably going to be my favorite of the two. And that is the For Crying Out Loud shade. Really nice. Really nice. And that is 20, how many did I say? 24 different shades of various products from Notoriously Morbid. Let me know what you think about this brand. Are you excited about any of these colors? Have you ever tried out this brand before? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me and have a wonderful day.